So approach the centre point of the airfield. You see the first blue display. It's Eagle 3, looks to pull a 270 wing over. This sees the aircraft 45 degrees nose up before rolling to 90 degrees angle of bank and turning the aircraft through 270 degrees away from you in the crowd. On the right now you see Eagle 1 and 2 pull up to a 180 wing over towards us, to then exit and fly back towards the centre of the airfield. Here, the pilots are working incredibly hard to maintain the formation during these complex manoeuvres, having trained to stay as close as 2 rotor spans from one another. Beyond the Apaches and deck, you now also see the Wildcat pull up to conduct its own 180 degree wing over, or cruise back towards us. The wing over being one of the most efficient ways for a helicopter to perform a U-turn as quickly as possible. Back over to the left now, you'll see Eagle 1 and Eagle 2 pull up, and they'll be flying an even more dynamic wing over this time, looking to pull up to 60 degrees nose up rather than 45 degrees the first time, demonstrating the remarkable manoeuvrability of what is an incredibly heavy aircraft, weighing up to 10 tons. Back to the front now, we get a first close look at Eagle 3. A unique opportunity to see it close up for the first time. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a special treat, a new manoeuvre for this year. Eagle 1 and Eagle 2 fly the most complicated profile display, mirrored 360 degree wing over. As before, the system sees both aircraft towards 60 degrees nose up, rolled to 90 degrees angle of bank. However, now the pilots look to return the aircraft back over their shoulders to 360 degrees. Meanwhile, in depth, you'll see Eagle 3 pull a 270 wing over before it moves out to your left. And shortly, you'll see the Wildcat enter a rapid climb. This can be used operationally to climb through the small arms threat band and shows the true power of its engines, each producing over 1,300 horsepower. Now, it's a great opportunity to grab a photo of all 3 aircraft with the same camera frame for the first time. 2 Eagles will now move and opposite pass the centre of the airfield, where Eagle 3, the Wildcat, floats as they dive down. Having safely passed one another, Eagles 1 and 2 are now pulling up to what's audibly known as tactically a return to target. Operationally, this manoeuvre can be employed to rapidly achieve height and turn the aircraft to 180 degrees. In the Apache's case, then employ the 30mm cannon or 2.7-inch rockets onto a target. This is particularly useful in the low-level environment, where the enemy may attempt to ambush or take opportunistic shots at the Apaches as they thunder overhead en route to another mission. Here the Apaches will look to return fire rapidly, as quickly as possible, in order to neutralise that enemy threat. Heading over to your right now, Eagles 1 and 2 pull up to their final 270-degree mirrored wing over. And interestingly, this is now where the formation will split into 3 individual aircraft, with Eagle 2 exiting the wing over early, passing in front of Eagle 3's lane. Adding new complexity to the display, demonstrating the coordination and cooperation of each of the crew as they continue to conduct and fly their own manoeuvres, whilst always ensuring they're aware of where the other 2 aircraft are at any given time. Going to the front now, the Eagle 3 has arrived from the hover, and they'll set themselves up to stop turn for rapid climb. Great opportunity to look at this aircraft up close and personal. The Wildcat is an agile helicopter with top speed of 178 miles an hour and a range of 250 nautical miles. The multi-role helicopter has going in today. It can be fitted with the M3M50 cow to the side of the aircraft with an effective range of 2 Ks. This allows it to defend itself, but also conduct escort or protection. A fast rope brake can also be fitted with a winch mounted at the top of it, allowing the Wildcat to be used to insert troops rapidly into hostile locations. There's also the MX-15 camera fixed on the nose of the aircraft, capable of thermal imaging out to 8 Ks. This can be used day and night. This ability to find the Wildcat's targeting lasers means that it's able to hand over targets to the Apaches, enabling Wildcat and Apache teaming, creating even more lethality on the battlefield. However, no Apaches nearby, the crew are also qualified for coordinating all layers of the battle space so they can facilitate a variety of air-delivered munitions and artillery onto target. Eagle 1 is over to your right now, Eagle 2 to the left. They've also arrived at the hover, and they'll be manoeuvring in front of you at lower speeds. Again, great opportunity to see what the Apache now also has to offer. The A-64E is an attack helicopter by trade. So it's an impressive range of weapon systems from its 30mm cannon seen on the nose of the aircraft. It's capable of firing 625 rounds per minute, 10 per second, out to 4Ks. You can engage targets in two ways, either through a combination of the opposite, and ballistic shooting, or as the aircraft is tracking through its head, they're capable of engaging the target by looking through their monitors in their right eye. All the pilots can do is look at the target, squeeze the trigger, and deadly burn to their service cannon rounds to destroy that threat. If you look at the wing stocks as well, they go to the structure at M261 rocket pods, which are up to 1966 rockets. The rockets fire a smooth number of methods. The aircraft has multiple variant speeds. The Wildcat and 18 high explosive, the jet, and illumination rockets. You may also be able to see on the wing stocks the M299 Hellfire rails. These can take up to 4 AGM-114 Hellfire missiles. The crews are able to select multiple variants of this missile, from anti-tank, anti-personnel to anti-building. The missile is laser guided with the new Joint Air-to-Ground Munition, or JAGM, being the latest variant of the missile with a laser and radar guiding capability. You'll have also noticed the donut on the top, also known as the fire control radar. This can detect 1,024 targets, including small drones, prioritise 256 of these, and shoot the most dangerous 16. All in the meantime passing all the others it's found via a data network to other aircraft to engage. Now, as you can see the Blue Eagle's repositioning, you might want to get the cameras ready. Blue Eagle 3, the Wildcat, today was flown by Captain Cy Bowen, Major Calvin White, and crewed by Sergeant Danny Richardson. Blue Eagle 1 was flown today by Major Bob McCrae and Major Bruce Najar. Blue Eagle 2 was flown by Mr. Jim Traver, one of our ex-military Apache instructors, now employed by Boeing, a civilian instructor at 7th Regiment, and in the front seat crew, Captain Adam Roberts. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the 2026 Army Air Force Display Team. It's not just the crews who get the aircraft here, it's every member of the 1st Aviation Brigade, the UK's own Fighting Aviation Brigade. The team would also like to thank all our ground crew and engineers for helping us be possible. Finally, thanks goes to you, the general public, along with all our families and friends for their constant support. Please find us on Instagram at Army Air Corps _ display team. Follow us for the full programme and any photos you have of today. Any further questions about what you see, we will contact the final colour today as well. Thanks very much, Doctor. Have a great afternoon.
Thanks to the Army Air Corps display team, that fabulous demonstration, and to hear Blue Eagle. I confess the hairs on the back of my neck went ding. Thank you very much, and our best to everyone involved in that